transition into professional wrestling, it was definitely a struggle for me. Yeah, professional wrestling is definitely its own beast.
It is. What's that? Iron Maiden has like a really good song. I forgot the name of it. Something Beast. Anyway, I have been loving all the progress you've made with putting out music. That is something that I respect so much. Music plays such a huge role in my entire life. One of my friends was featured on season 10 of America's Got Talent, and she talked about the process of actually putting out an album. And she talked about looking back on that album several years later and realizing like, wow, I can see where I was in life at that point, and I'm not even the same person now. Now that you've released music for at least 2 years now, I think, have you started to experience that kind of process where you listen to one of your songs and you're like, oh, wow, I can think back and remember the emotion I was feeling when I made this song?
Yeah, most definitely, especially with, I just feel like being new in the music industry and having like a creative mind and just being so eager to record. I feel like I just recorded so many songs that I just put in the bank, and a lot of those songs were just based off of like feelings that I felt in the past or situations that I've gone through. And it's kind of like therapeutic for me. This album that I have releasing on 5/11, which is Monday. I feel like majority of that, if not all of it, is an experience or a time in my life that I've passed, but I'm kind of opening up that part of me that a lot of people haven't heard or seen. So I'm excited for it. But yeah, that process is crazy. It definitely took a lot. Took a lot to think about. Took a lot of time and effort. I was working on it for 6 months straight. So yeah, it's a lot.
How excited are you that it's coming out literally on Monday? That seems like huge to me, especially during a time like this.
Yeah, it is huge. It is major. This being not only my first album, but this being my first major project since my release from the WWE. I feel like a lot of eyes are going to be on this, just because, again, my first major project outside of the company. And I'm excited to, introduce a new layer to everybody that's been a fan or a supporter of me for years. So I'm so excited.
What is it that you want the listeners to actually kind of pick up on and get from your album? Because I mean, like you said, you put a lot of like heart and soul into this for 6 months. That's a big deal.
Yeah. I think not even just with the album, but just overall, the album is just helping. Like music is just helping with this. But I've been working on myself for a couple of years now, and just trying to open up to people. I feel like I've had a lot of issues with opening up and trusting people with, personal life situations and stuff like that. So I want to show people that I can be vulnerable, that I can open up, that I can show a little bit more of an emotional side to me, and that it's not all just about wrestling, and it's not all just about like sports and athletics and stuff like that. I feel like this story that I'm going to be telling with this album is really special and relatable. And again, just I'm looking forward to allowing people to tap into my vulnerability.
I can relate to that a million times over in my own ways. I mean, a lot of people that aren't even in these industries that we're discussing have problems with vulnerability. I mean, that's a very hard thing to put yourself out there to everyone, good or for bad, and then people do what they want with that. I mean, I don't blame you for, playing things close to the vest, so to speak, especially with the industries that we're discussing. It's very, I don't want to say dog eat dog, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's very hard to trust people. The next person's in line waiting for your job. So yeah, I think that that's something that a lot of people can relate to in their own ways. So it's really nice to have you be so candid about something like that. I think that more people talking like you are right now will help a lot more people. And I think that's my whole point for doing things like this, is to kind of get people to be like, hey, you're not the only one. So let's get more people to talk about it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
So is there anything that you yourself cannot do? I mean, you can wrestle, you play all kinds of sports, you write music, you perform, you're an actor, you're a father. If you ask your wife right now, is there anything Leo can't do? What would she say? What can't you do? Is there anything that you can't do?
Gosh. If I had to pick one thing, and I don't know if this is going to make me sound bad or not, but for the life of me, I cannot sit down and read a book.
Really?
I can't. Yeah, I would get through about maybe like 3, 4, 5 pages, and then I just can't do it anymore.
You're killing my soul.
I know. So check this out. So my wife is writing a book, and I'm promising her that this will be the first book that I read in its entirety, and I won't get up. I won't take a break. I'll just read it. I'll just read it all the way through.
Will be such a good husband that it's short, so that way you actually can fulfill your promise.
Yeah.
I just finished writing my first children's book. It's coming out this year, and it's something I always wanted to do since I was a little kid. So I have so much respect for your wife right now for that entire process, the writing, the concept creation, all the heart and soul that really gets put into something. Even if it's only 20 pages, it's still 20 pages of heart and soul, whether it's 20 or 200. So that there's so much that goes into that. So that's really exciting. So you both are very proactive and you have a lot going on. That's really cool.